Thank you, Mungatuk. That was Ringnason and Styggen Peloven, which is Devil in the Haymow. It's kind of an odd name, but it's the way it is in Norway. We should see is the sound okay, the balance so far? It's okay? Mary, what do you think? Can you hear us all?
Yeah.
All right. We sound just like our CDs?
Got the water out of your ears?
Yeah, they've been swimming out here. Okay, here's a waltz, Christiania Valsen. That's from Norway, Eriksson Brothers, 1914. Christiania was the name before it became Oslo, Norway. Yeah, thank you. Christiania Valsen. Okay, we're going to do a schottische now. This is by the Eriksson Brothers also. And it's who were from Norway. We're going to do some Swedish songs too tonight, so don't leave or anything. Borghild was her name. Borghild, schottisch. right. Thank you, Mangatak.
I thought we had a new member of the band here coming up.
He's
There
going
we go.
to. He'll want an accordion for Christmas, I think.
I think so.
All right. We were over in Norway here several years ago. Had a great time. We had a little trouble at the airport, though. We were sitting on the jet there in the back, and Mel saw his friend, Jack Johnson, walk on the plane, and Mel hollered out, "Hi, Jack." No good. Yeah. So we wanted to get a room at the Grand Hotel there. They said they were all booked up. And so I said, if King Olaf comes here tonight, would you have a room? And they said, yeah, we would. And I said, well, he's not coming, so we'll take that room. We'll do one more waltz here from Norway, from Viki Sogn. This is Sjur Helgeland waltz.
That was mighty fine, Mel.
See if that works then. Okay, here's a polka. It's from Sweden, Polkan går, which means the polka goes. Thank you. Is that better, Mary? Is it any better? Any different? Better? All right. I'm trying to adjust a little bit here. We don't have monitors tonight. When we were in Oslo, I said we stayed at the Grand Hotel there. And one thing I didn't like about it, the towels were too thick. And I couldn't get my suitcase shut. Here's the tune from Iceland. It's named after a woman, another woman. Her name is Dagny. Mga tak. Dagny Waltz. I'll be home for Lefse and the Fattiman and the Lutefisk. You can put the Rumegrut and on your list. Friday night you see me eating cheese and silk. Ling and Mary's, Tom and Jerry's, peace on earth, goodwill. Molasses cake and flatbröd by the ton. Lördagskväll you'll find me dancing at the hall. Waltz and schottisch, polka two-step, peace on earth to all. Thank you. Here's another Schottish. In Norway, sometimes they call them Rhinelanders. This one is from Sognefjord, Norway. It's Olav Hovnes, Rhinelander, Schottish. Here's a Finnish tune. We just recorded this here a couple weeks ago. Karjalan. Is that right? Karjalan, or the Finn polka. It's a Yeah, that's right from Finland. Here's another waltz. This has a kind of an unusual name. It's called A Norwegian in Vienna. It has a little Viennese flavor. Here's a song from Norway. It's very popular in Norway and it's very popular with Norwegian Americans too. It's about the river in Trondheim, Norway, the Nid River. This goes back to World War II when it was tough times in Norway, and this man is in prison. And he's thinking about earlier years when he and his loved one used to sail their boat through the Nid, down the Nid, through the bridge. And he's kind of dreaming about that now. Nidälven, så stilla och vacker, stilla, so still and beautiful you are. Here where I go dreaming. Langt i det fjerne bak fjellene blå ligger et sted jeg har kjær. Dit mine tanker og drømmer vel går, alltid du meg så nær. Nidelven stille og vakker du her hvor jeg går og drømmer om henne jeg hadde så kjær. Nu det bare minner. Den gamle bybru lykkens portal. Sammen vi seiler i stjernekoral. Nidelven stille og vakker du nu det bare minner. Nidelven stille og vakker du her hvor jeg går og drømmer om henne jeg hadde så kjær. Nu det bare minner. Den gamle bybru lykkens portal. Sammen vi seiler i stjernekoral. Nidelven stille og vakker du nu det bare minner. Mange takk. Nidelven. Nu det bare minner. Now it's only a memory. Let's do it. There's a song about another woman. This is Ingeborg. Ingeborg. She come from Wisconsin in a Model A Ford with a barrel of herring and a bucket of cheese. You could tell she was coming by sniffing the breeze, singing roodly doodly, Rudy toot toot, singing roodly doodly. All right. My Sweet Ingeborg is the name of that one. We're going to do a few tunes tonight in some of the old dialects, Norwegian American dialects. And here's a real favorite of Scandinavians. It's probably the first one you learn to play on accordion. It's called Livet i Finnskogarna, Life in the Finnish Woods. Right, thank you, tack så mycket. That was Life in the Finnish Woods. Here's a real snappy polka. It's very difficult, isn't it? Ufta. It's so difficult that ufta. And it's from Norway, the western coast. And it's called polka I moll. Moll is the word for minor. So it's a polka in the minor key. And if you drop a piano down in a mine shaft, you get A flat minor. You get it, guys? All right, they got it. They got it. The wrestling team, Hudson, got it. All right, polka mo. 1, 2, 1, 2. Thank you. Okay, you're going to dance? Okay. All right. We're going to have a couple dancers now. Art is going to see if he can find a partner and going to demonstrate another Scandinavian dance, the hambo. Anyone out there do the hambo? Huh? The hambo and the sandals. Yeah, we can do that. We know it.
One, two, three.
Ja, tack så mycket. That was Johan på Snippen. Snippen does not mean that he's a barber. Johan på Snippen. Although we have a friend that's a Norwegian barber, he gives haircuts, special deals on Saturdays for Swedes. It's only $4 for a haircut, $1 per side. Oh, yeah. Oh, here's a beautiful waltz from Sweden. Brudavals and the bride's waltz.
One, two, three, 1, 2.
one from Sweden, a Dala polka.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Dala polka. Why don't we do Hans Burtas? I read in the paper they just recently found a skeleton up in Alexandria, Minnesota. They found out it's the 1965 winner of the Sons of Norway hide and seek contest. Here's a tune we just recorded here about a week ago. It's from Sweden. It's a newer tune. And it's a tune, it's a category called Snowa or Ganglot, walking tunes, this type of tune. And we learned it through Paul Wilson from the American Swedish Institute. And Paul Dahlin, what did I say? Oh, Paul Dahlin, yeah, from the American Swedish Institute. And it's named after the man who wrote it in Sweden, and his name was Hans Burtas, Snowa. CDs for sale, by the way. I don't know why I thought of that. They're only $10 tonight. 2 for $20. That's what Bruce told me to say. 2 for $20.
Great presents for kids.
The children just love our CDs. If you got a birthday coming up for a child, there it is. Okay. It's hard to see. B flat, 3, 2, C. And then you do that. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I better announce this now. This is Mrs. Johnson here? Mrs. Johnson. This is a song about Mrs. Johnson. Mrs. Johnson's a widow. She's just 53. For months she's been dreaming of capturing me. She follows me places. She calls on the phone. She's full of love and won't leave me alone. Oh, Mrs. Janssen, turn me loose. Mrs. Janssen, it's no use. I don't want to get married. Mrs. Janssen, turn me loose. She's buried 4 husbands, this loving old hen. All of them died, very tired old men. But she's full of love and my friends all agree. Her big glossy eyes are all focused on me. Mrs. Janssen, turn me loose. Mrs. Janssen, it's no use. I don't want to get married. Mrs. Janssen, turn me loose. She watches and waits till I go in the bar. I order a beer and I light my cigar. The bartender winks and I feel like a fool when old Mrs. Janssen climbs on the next stool. Mrs. Janssen, turn me loose. Mrs. Janssen, it's no use. I don't want to get married. Mrs. Janssen, turn me loose. She flutters her eyelids and says, how are you? She puts on some rouge and on her it turns blue. Then she looks at me and she breathes heavily. Yeah, when I am near she just pants constantly. Mrs. Janssen, turn me loose. Mrs. Janssen, it's no use. I don't want to get married. Mrs. Janssen, turn me loose. She says she'll cook supper for me in her flat. But I know that I will get trapped like a rat. And she'll get us married before I say do. And like her 4 husbands, she'll love me to death. Mrs. Janssen, turn me loose. Mrs. Janssen, it's no use. I don't want to get married. Mrs. Janssen, turn me loose. Oh yeah, I know it. Thank you. Thank you. That's an old Yogi Jorgensen song. Okay. We're going to have another dance here from Sweden. It's a snua. I said snoa earlier. Snua. That's a dialect, I think. And Art's going to demonstrate the snua, which is the walking tune. And they use it sometimes in processions, recession. Here's a polka. This is one Mel created, and we named it after a Torse club that meets in northern Wisconsin. We play their Christmas party every December up by Siren, north of Siren, and the club is called Venskap, which means friendship. It's the Venskap polka. Sandlot Polka. Yay, Mel. All right. Ole was always criticizing Lena's driving. Lena came home one day and said, Ole, something wrong with the car. I've got water in the carburetor. And Ole said, well, where's the car? And Lena said, in the lake. Here's a song about the Johnsons again. Jan Janssen.
We had a fancy party at the hall the other day. We had a jolly time, that's what all the people say. And all the Scandinavians came from many miles away for Jan Janssen and Celia Jensen's wedding. There was Charlie Anderson and Emil Anderson and Gustav Anderson and Carl Anderson and Per Anderson and Hjalmar Anderson and Ander Anderson was there too. The bride, she was so lovely 'cause she was dressed in white. Her hair was trimmed with roses, her face it smiled so bright. And when the preacher said, "Ja, du är Jan Janssens wife," then we all jumped up and sang at Janssens wedding. There was Charlie Peterson and Emil Peterson and Gustav Peterson and Carl Peterson and Per Peterson and Hjalmar Peterson and Pete Peterson was there too. We had a lot to eat that night, but supper it was fine. We knäckebröd and lutefisk I ate most all the time. Lingonberry, sylte, a coffee and a sweet. Ja, that's what we had to eat at Janssens wedding. There was Charlie Swanson and Emil Swanson and Gustav Swanson and Carl Swanson and Per Swanson and Hjalmar Swanson. Swanson was there too. We played a lot of games at night, but we sure had fun. The girls say was so jolly, I kissed most everyone. My wife, she took me by the arm, she said, "That's enough for you." Oh, I never will forget Jan Janssens wedding. There was Charlie Larson and Emil Larson and Gustav Larson and Carl Larson and Per Larson and Hjalmar Larson and Lars Larson was there too. The next morning when we woke up, we all was sick in bed. I had a splitting headache, I wished that I was dead. But everyone kept talking, what a lot of fun we had. Oh, you bet your life we did at Janssens wedding. There was Charlie Olsen and Emil Olsen and Gustav Olsen and Carl Olsen and Per Olsen and Hjalmar Olsen. Ole Olsen was there too.
All right. Jan Janssens wedding. I think Daryl Nelson was there too, wasn't he? Yeah, Daryl Nelson was there too.
Nelson.
With the aquavit. Yeah, we're going to do a tune that's not Scandinavian, and this is an oldie, but you may recognize it, and it's called Silver Bell. I think it's from about 1910. It's on the flip side of Red Wing, and we like to do this tune. Here we go. barn swallows right above us.
Keeps us on our toes. We're in suspense the whole time.
All right. And I'm standing right in it. Here's a waltz by a woman wrote this waltz. She's from Brooklyn, New York. One of the few, the only tune I know written by a woman as far as Scandinavian music. She's Swedish-American. It's called Den gamla dansbanen, the old country dance place. Because people sometimes danced out in the woods or on the trail out there along the fjord or wherever they maybe had a little platform out there somewhere. And that's what this is all about. Den gamla dansbanen. Thank you. Den gamla dansbanen. Well, one of the old favorites of Scandinavians was Hälsa dem där hemma. We always do that one, of course. It was a very sad song for immigrants and first generation. It's about a man standing on the ship at night on the way over to the New World, and he sees a bird flying, and he says to the bird, "Go home and greet my parents, my mother, my brother, tell them I'm sad and lonesome, and if you had wings like you, I'd fly right home now. And so fly there and greet them from me. Hälsa dem där hemma." Yeah, Tuxtumikit. We gave a concert a while ago. There was a gentleman sitting in the front there. He had a suit and tie on, and I saw tears on his cheeks. And I said to him later, "You must be from Sweden." And he said, "No, I'm a musician." Well, we've enjoyed playing for you tonight. Thank you for staying around. I mentioned our CDs. We're going to do one more little tune for you. We do have CDs. They're only $10 tonight, and quite a selection there. Years ago, they criticized us for standing on the stage and just playing songs without moving, like some stiff Norwegians or something. So we thought we better do something to improve the image a little bit, and so we've been studying. We studied a while with a choreographer, and so we're going to try this now. We just learned this from her, and we're going to try it on an old tune from Norway. We should ask for any request. If anybody had a request, we forgot to do that.
Turn off the light.
Good night, ladies. Okay, well, thank you very much.